This is the Video Game Votary. Show your support and hit subscribe right now. What's going on, Video Game Votary Vanguards? Your boy, the Video Game Votary, here with another episode. This episode is the highlights from the 2020 Super Magfest that took place at the GAYLORD National Resort and Convention Center, located just outside of DC at the National Harbor, located right here in my hometown of Maryland. I was super excited to attend this event. If you guys aren't familiar, Super Magfest, they have different ones. They have Mag West, and I believe they may have Mag East and Mag South, but this is the larger one, and it begins on a Thursday, and it is a 24/7 event that goes from Thursday until Sunday around like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. And the console and arcade area is open 24/7, and pretty much Magfest takes over the entire GAYLORD National Resort Convention Center, which is a very, very big hotel. And it is just plenty of cosplay gamers that come and play the games, and it is really almost like full to capacity. Just a lot of fun, something I was looking forward to. I've never been to an event like it. I've been to many conventions, and nothing really matches up to the energy and the feel of Magfest, as you can see here in the highlights. This was my first convention pretty much ever last year, and I volunteered last year. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to take it in, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself this year and got to, experience it from a different level. They have auditoriums where they have live concerts. They also have other areas like for open mic stages and stuff like that. It's just pretty, it's awesome. It's unrivaled. And I've been to E3 and Portland Retro Gaming Expo, Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, and too many games, but nothing can compete with this, especially with it being 24/7 festival, and it can get pretty out of hand. But needless to say, you come prepared to have a good time. That's all I have to say. So, as you see here in the footage, walking through what is the console room, and they pretty much have every console set up that you can imagine, from the Atari 2600, Dreamcast, Xbox One, 360, Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES. Anything you can imagine is right there at your fingertips to be played. Now we're heading over to the vendor floor. Being completely honest, I was a little disappointed this year because there wasn't that many video game vendors this year for whatever reason. I feel like it was like way more last year. If I can remember correctly, it's probably good. I feel like that Friday when I got down there around like 6, and I think it was only like 3 video game vendors, one being NYC Games that was there last year, but they kind of on the expensive side. I did get a few things from them, but outside of that, it was only like 2 more, and then Saturday I think 2 more showed up. You see some of the cosplay players right there dressed up. You'll see those all over. You see someone dressed as Ryu from Street Fighter. But yeah, I was a little disappointed. And I'm thinking, I feel like last year definitely had more vendors, but what I'm realizing is Magfest is more so for the experience, I think. And there's actually like, while I'm on topic, at Magfest there's panels at all types of times of the day, like even at midnight. It just, as much as the convention's going on, you got panels going on. And one of the panelists I got to meet up with again, Kelsey Lewin from Pink Gorilla Games. She's the co-owner with her husband Cody. Actually met both of them. I met Cody on the vendor floor Friday night, and I met up with Kelsey again on Saturday at one of her panels, which was really good. She is the co-director of the Video Game Historian Foundation. So I sat in on that panel with her and her partner, which was great. Got a chance to talk with her and take a picture and stuff like that. And she was saying herself she enjoyed it. And even when I spoke with Cody, he was saying that he thoroughly enjoyed these. Like, he doesn't understand why people don't speak about this convention as much as they do some of the other ones. And it's kind of like almost like a hidden gem, but not really. I mean, when you look at the crowd, like the crowd is insane, and this is, I think people started coming back because it's like, you know, you party all night, you go rest, and then you come back because of course you're staying out late. So maybe about around like 4 or 5 o'clock, it starts to pick back up again as far as like the energy of people being in there. Just really depends on, you know, the type of crowd out there. This is some of the indie game ops booth. People set up, indie developing companies set up to, that guy looks like he's asleep. Just set up to try different things, and these are like some VR indie games right there to the left. And this is another, not sure what that was set up. It almost looked like an Oculus style game in there. And I can say this year, was crazy. That's like a kiddie pool with like, I guess, fake bubbles. I seen a guy playing that. I think I got the footage on here. We just had to wait and see. But that was super funny to watch them take place in there. So here we're entering that's an indie arcade. I'm not sure what they were doing on that pad, but we're entering the arcade section here. The classic X-Men machine. And if you guys ever been to Magfest, the Colossus noise from that game is synonymous with Magfest. You hear people yelling it at any given time during this entire event. Is hilarious, and it all stems from that machine right there. Like, that Colossus sound is synonymous with Magfest, and like I say, I thoroughly had a great time. This is right here we're looking at is the tournament section. I actually participated in the Marvel versus Capcom tournament, which was a mistake because I got my tail kicked. We'll get to that in a little bit because we got some of the footage there. They definitely stepped up the arcade section this year. Many different games and new machines. Just like even with this right here, Jubi. I never seen something like that. I think a lot of these machines came from overseas, like Japan and stuff like that. Things that are big in their arcades. There we got some fighter units. That looks like a drum unit right there, or like a kind of display and hit thing. This I thought was very awesome. You got Initial D machines. You actually had 2 rows of these. I'm a big fan of Initial D anime. This is the first row, and on the back side is another row of Initial D, which we're gonna see here in a second. We got some that's like a Dance Dance Revolution style machine back there, and then you got these other Initial D. The other one I think was 5th Stage or something like that. And then there's, you know, these other units here. And again, this is like a Dance Dance Revolution machine right there. Another one, a couple more. A bunch of these units. You see these guys playing right here. They're deep into it. Whenever you see people holding the handles like that behind them, you know they're gonna get it in one of those machines. Alright, going to the arcade floor still. I didn't put a lot of time. I meant to play the Initial D. I just kind of got caught up just in the hype of thing. It was time where me and my buddy Greg just sat down and we just watched the floor. It was just so amazed at how many people there support and just was there just having a good time and living their best life and not having a care to the world. It's really exciting to go. Last year when I volunteered, I actually worked this area as well. I was scorekeeper in the pinball tournament. There's the Magfest sign. It was kind of like a safari jungle style theme this year. So that was pretty cool. We got some more units here. A lot of fighters. They're top fighters you can imagine. Darkstalker, Street Fighter, King of Fighters. All those are right there on all these different machines. Then you got your pinball machines here. WWF World Rumble. And here you just get some more views of the arcade area and the spectators enjoying the nice setup. It was a very, very good setup. Again, I think it was just, you know, so much better than last year. Updated machines and, you know, quantity and things like that. Super awesome. merchandise floor. We're headed out to the main hall. You'll just see random cosplay and people just set up, DJing and dancing and things of that nature. There's a cool cosplay uniform right there. See little baby Sora over there. Y'all see me going up there, that's later. Pretty cool. We got King, Street Fighter. Sora going up the stairs there. Going up again, Magfest pretty much took over the entire GAYLORD National Convention Center hotel. So all these people with passes hanging around their neck, they were all there for Magfest. It really is incredible. We have they had cosplay photo shoots set up all around the hotel and stuff like that. You can just set up and meet other cosplay participants. You know, basically have a photo shoot. Pretty cool. Always good to see you. Super awesome. Getting those gals on. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's Assassin's Creed right there or not. Comment below. And there's some other ones set up in here. Like I said, they were all over the place. See someone prepping for their photo shoot. Photographer. Sora again. That guy was actually playing music out of that boombox. That's super cool. There's the upper, it's like the second floor here. And got different panel areas, auditoriums where they had live concerts. This is during the day at this point, so we really get to see a whole lot of it. Alright, so forward.
Kista and Video Game Votary, you guys want to be here? Boss Zero already up. Hey up. Right here, please. Yes, sir. Here we go. All right.
I know you can play on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Most important, get the triggers and shit down. That's all. I think it all be in the same location.
All right, it's almost time for Call of Duty. Gunfight 2v2. Listen, if you signed up for Call of Duty, you need to come over to the side table with your partner so we can confirm your entry and get your team name. Have your team name ready and your partner.
Oh, yo, eat this.
There's a DS that I'm always talking about.
What? Did you see that?
What's that? We shot each other.
I shot you like 3 minutes before you got in.
That's what you got here at like 5 a.m. No, it's okay. I mean, I was working a job at 9. That's like
Breaks me out, just found.
Alright, that's just
By the way, people. No. Field game over. Get out. Get out. I guess this was set up for this.
The originals.
This was
we used to go
this was just kind of a chart, sign it.
The first one, Liberty, though, part of Glow on Netflix. Fantastic series. Gorgeous cities and all the rest of
That is one of the prizes. Every prize.
Ran a competition where you had to take the guts out of the whole piece and things towels.
Say for someone who has it already.
Help these set up you can bring
What a way to finish,
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Alex. All right, audience, you're beautiful. You did a great job. Give yourselves a hand for buying some time. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for tuning in. That was the Magfest 2020 highlights walkthrough video. Special shout out to new subscriber Matthew. He was actually my Lyft driver. Picked me up from a GameStop and took me home. I had to drop the vehicle off for service. So shout out to him. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Take care. Thank you for watching. Follow me on all social media platforms at Video Game Votary.